What is one thing you will never, ever do? Imagine that the audience is naked while giving a presentation. My brain power is trying to keep the words going. I don't have cells on the side for that kind of imagination. I tentatively agree. To my extremely untrained eye, it certainly seems an automated process, yet it continually changes parameters to expand. It seems people have tried to devote it to oblivion, with limited success. It is self-referential as well, containing its own responses and its searches. Kinda interesting really. What are we looking at here? What is its objective? Not really. I had to get psyched to do quite a few evils. Most of the time when people were experimenting, you'd see some minor trauma, not working up to sizes, lack of lubricant, I've been sounding and it hurts to pee type of thing. With the days of internet and kink resources, those were rare. When we called for psych, it was mostly things like toothbrushes, pens, metal skewers, wires. And they were legitimately stuck. Quite a few had to have surgical intervention. One gentleman in particular had either Alzheimer's or dementia, I forget which. Most if not all had underlying mental disorders and or sexual trauma. Mostly gentlemen 55 plus or homeless. Several were frequent flyers. It was really sad. Unless we thought they would really harm themselves or someone else, psych would have us treat and turn them loose. I burned out in healthcare really fast due to this. When I went to the ER for a severe case of a fistula, after lancing it to drain, I was given something over 4. It was not anything a normal non-medical person would know, at least I did not recognize the name, and promptly forgot it. It was scary how all the pain disappeared and I felt a nice calming sensation. Here I was with a huge multi-inch long and half-inch deep cut into my flesh with no stitches to hold it together, just gauze inside it. And I felt nothing and was happy as a clam. I never want to know what that stuff was. When we first started getting serious, my boyfriend told me, I'm a one-woman man. I don't cheat. And if you ever want to sleep with someone else, then just break up with me first and be on your way. That was 30 years ago, married 26 years. He still is a one-woman man, and I would never dream of breaking his heart by cheating on him. It leaves damage, man. Sometimes it creeps on you when you least expect it. It can make it hard to let go of those feelings of betrayal, and can be hard to feel secure again. It took me ages to get past not being able to feel secure and just be okay again. To anyone out there considering cheating, just break up with your partner first. Unless you're a borderline sociopath and don't care as long as you get what you want. Then freak you. Smoke a cigarette. My grandpa smoked 3 packs a day starting when he was 12 years old until he was 50. He then quit and only smoked 2 packs a day. He lived for another decade or so before he unsurprisingly died from lung cancer. Seeing what he went through in the last few months was enough to convince me to never touch a cigarette. His lungs were so bad, when the doctors diagnosed him, the doctor legitimately said, "Smoke them if you got them, because you might as well enjoy your last little bit of time." I wish he could have quit for real in time for it to make a difference. When another driver is trying to do me a favor that I deem safe, I'll never accept it/do it. If I do it at all again, it has to appear overwhelmingly safe, without giving them a wave and saying thanks. Generally, safe example, changing lanes was always a problem back when I was riding in big rigs. We sincerely appreciate the people in the lane we're merging into who see our turn signals on and flash their lights at us. This tells us, we see you, you have plenty of room, and we are not going to be the typical prick who demonstrates that they want to die RN by speeding up. We got you. Go ahead and get over if everything else looks good. If you do that for a trucker and they flash their lights back, that was their way of saying thanks. Become president, according to my 12th grade English teacher. Edit. This comment was dead when I went to sleep, and now it's my most popular comment ever. If my path to presidency follows the same trajectory, I will unexpectedly win the popular vote in 2020 by write-in ballots. Mr. Hecker will still be right though, because I'll be about 7 years too young to legally become president. Thanks for your support anyway, Reddit. Marry for money. A lot of people asking me why not, because I get approached by rich douches who think I can be bought. I'm not marrying for anything other than love, period. Intentionally hurt someone in a major way. I think making other people sad or angry makes me even more sad and angry at myself.